today I'm going to show you how to make those super cute gold ankle cuffs. Okay, so you're going to need a gold cardboard disposable cake plate, which you can buy at iParty or even a dollar store. You'll also need a ruler and a measuring tape, which will be useful because of its flexibility when measuring your ankle. You'll also need clear adhesive paper. The adhesive paper that I have, although it's clear, it still has a little bit of an etched kind of pattern on it, which I think is going to look really cool on the gold cuffs. This is optional. If you want, you can just use regular clear adhesive paper. You'll also need a pencil or a marker or anything that will allow you to write your measurements and where you need to cut. You'll also need spike screws or collar stud screws. Collar stud screws are a bit rounder and they almost look like a doorknob. The longer the screw, the better. No pun intended. If you're making the arm cuffs, I highly recommend that you use the screws. But if you're making the ankle cuffs and you don't have screws, you can also use a large paper clip. And you'll need a good pair of strong scissors. The first thing you want to do is you want to take your cake plate and you want to put the gold side of the cake plate flat on the table, and you want to start pressing down onto the plate and trying to make it less rigid and make it so that it's easier to form into a circular round shape that'll go around your ankle. I recommend that you have the gold side flat on the table because when you're pushing down on it, there will be wrinkles and there will be creases, but it won't form on the gold side, it'll form on the opposite side. So you want to continue this process until the cardboard becomes a bit more softer. Once the cardboard becomes softer, you'll be able to roll it completely like this.
Everywhere you are is where I want to be.
Afterwards, you want to take the plastic off of the gold plate. After that, you want to take your measuring tape and you want to measure around your ankle to decide how long and how wide the measurements of your cuffs should be. So this is the measurements that I got. I got 5 centimeters for the length and then 24 centimeters for the width. And I just decided to put them together so that I could cut it down in the middle. Let me be completely honest with you. When I did these measurements, they came out too small. The width came out too small. So that's how I was able to create the arm cuffs. So I recommend that you overestimate, so that way it can definitely fit on your ankles. And if it's too big, you can always cut it down. So this is the measurements that I drew on my adhesive paper. I did 25 centimeters for the width just to give an extra inch for coverage, and then I doubled the length to 10 centimeters so that the inside of the cuff can be fully secured. Now you want to cut out the measurements that you drew on your gold plate and on the adhesive paper. So now you want to separate your adhesive paper and apply it onto the gold plate. You want to do this slowly so that you can avoid air bubbles. Make sure that when you lay down your adhesive paper, make sure that the gold plate is in the middle of the adhesive paper, or else you'll have one side that has more coverage than the other, and you don't want this. Now you want to fold the adhesive paper inward. It's good to have coverage of the adhesive paper on the inside of the cuff because it'll protect the cuffs from water. Now you want to do the same thing with the other cuff. You want to attach the clear adhesive paper and then you're finished. If you don't have screws, you can use a paper clip for each cuff to keep the cuff around your ankle. And if you do have screws, here's what you can do. So I didn't realize how close my camera was zoomed in, but basically what I'm doing is I am putting a hole on both sides of the cuff. If you have a hole puncher, you can easily put the holes in, but if you don't have a hole puncher, you can use an X-Acto knife and also your pencil to poke a hole through. Once you have your holes in on both sides, you just put the screw in and you put the ankle cuff around your ankle, and then you screw it in with the second part of the screw. Again, unfortunately, I didn't realize how close I was zoomed in, so I hope that you're able to understand what it is that I am saying. If you have any questions or you need clarification, just send me a message and I will try to make it more clear. So in the end, I ended up using the paper clips to keep my ankle cuffs around my ankle because it was easier to put on and take off, whereas with the screws I had to screw them, and because the screws were so small it was difficult. I would love to see how your gold cuffs turned out, so upload your photos to Instagram, #allthingsbu, and check out my other videos. Leave a comment, click the like button, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. Bye.